They are a person down. I think we've just sort of come into the audio, but you just got to see a really interesting play there, jumping through the teleporter, but kind of like you mentioned, Boggs. An avenue of opportunity has allowed the spike to get planted. jmoh's planted himself, only has one curveball available. Having control of U-hole here is key to making sure that this site doesn't get hit by too much, and so far so good, but they're about to push in on the defense at the side of T1.
Good trades back as AZK and Brax find two. Neptune and Genghsta answer back in turn, but still a man advantage for the favor of T1. Neptune hiding back. The spike has been tapped. Neptune drops one. DaZeD is out, and Skadoodle falls on the spike. It's been tapped, but Skadoodle is able to pull it off 20 HP, but the classic will reign supreme here. The defuse comes in, and the to get very aggressive towards Hookah on the defensive end. I'm expecting that Raze and Phoenix combo to go aggressive through that area and get that control, maybe switch it up towards A short as well, where Immortals are now marching up. AZK still has some of those flash points ready, but Spyder and U-All is the critical player here, but jcStani will do the job. The spike goes down. This gets stopped here by AZK. Still will trade. But Ska is back for the answer. jmoh will drop him. 3v2. Again, it seems that the man advantage is always with T1. The Blade Storm comes through. Genghsta goes down, and I don't think there's much jcStani can do here. He's hemmed in from all sides here, Ryan. I think not going to be far from a kill.
Almost gets Brax. Who, again, a lot of T1 have just been playing musical chairs with...
Here comes the teleport back towards B. The rotation had been brought over. Brax gets found by the fellow Cypher. DaZeD is out towards Long, has the Omen with him as well. That's Spyder. And now the breach has come through. AZK trying to hold things back. Flashbang goes through, but again,
30 seconds
Immortals
left.
stalling with very low time. Ska's going to bite the hook here. He's going to rotate back, but he's going to make his way back on towards A as they've recovered the information here. Spyder in the back lines has all the sound cues. The hit's going to come in 18, 17 seconds on the clock towards A. And if the spike doesn't go down quickly, it's going to be all over for Immortals, but here it comes. 5v4 hold. And T1, they're in position for a nice retake.
You have Spyder wrapping in behind. They knew that he was there. Now the Hunter's Fury is going to be used to just create a bit of space. Try and clear out some of the angles, certainly towards U-Hole, but Shuttle can't win that fight up against Spyder. Starting to close the distance up until Genghsta got that frag onto him. The attackers are holding on, gradually being torn apart bit by bit, but jmoh has rotated all the way around and even slipped around as Neptune is just holding this angle. He's down to 15 health though. The Skadoodle now in a 1v1 up. It's the Phoenix.
Oh!
It just manages to play him out. jmoh, who's mostly been played Jet, now on the Phoenix, must not have had any curveballs. Where Immortals are trying to be, at least, because it's going to be another B hit.
It is indeed, but the rotations are in, and Brax is still back 10. He spots out one
30
more.
seconds left.
Comes the Rolling Thunder. Up goes Neptune, and Neptune falls to Brax. However, jmoh burns him alive, and Genghsta answers with one more onto AZK. Spyder, however, launching shots with the Sheriff, not landing any of them, but he has one onto Genghsta. DaZeD chimes in onto jcStani, and it's all down to jmoh now for Immortals. He knows where Ska is, but the time is oh so low. There's not enough for it at all. jmoh, he can get the spike, but he can't get the plant here. There is the player to spot him from U-Hole from elbow. That's DaZeD. He had
Really not clean in comparison to other teams. I think both teams are struggling with that, but they don't look half as bad as Immortals.
Yeah, Immortals look a lot more shaky, a lot less coordinated. And here, they're not clearing a very clear angle. Brax only able to get one, though, however. The spray betrays him on the Vandal. And the trade should favor the attacker's squad, in theory. It's a good teleport, though, coming in for info from Spyder. He'll make the comms, but the teleport back towards A is taken by Immortals. They're going to run up bathrooms in short, trying to get something done, but Spyder has the operator. In comes the TP from jcStani, though, but jmoh is down for the count. The pocket rockets popped by Shada. He spots out a couple players. He might take out one. No, all but eliminate Spyder here. And as the Omen dark cover will fade, Shada's actually going to swing into spawn his corner. It gets traded out from U-Hole. It's AZK. It's down to Genghsta and jcStani here. Genghsta with the first onto the breach of AZK. And a perfect timing peek from jcStani yields one. But now it's the Jet with full health versus the Sova with none. The Sheriff is out for Ska, and he's looking to bring the law. He headshots Genghsta into oblivion, and it's going to be that 8th round on the board for T1. And their defensive half is looking stellar. They continue to march forward. And
Say Bath. It's going to be a good old-fashioned A hit.
And I don't think that Immortals are expecting that A hit through bathrooms either. They're pretty much ready for short. In comes the paranoia. The cage is up though. Push is coming through. The camera's not going to spot anything, and jcStani blind will actually eliminate Skadoodle. In comes the shock dart though. That's going to do some good damage. Neptune, however, will take down one more. Recon bolt in. Neptune dead. But DaZeD is able to get two. Brax eliminates jmoh on the push, and it's going to be a man advantage back for T1 here. Yet again, shot up with the paint shell though. Brings it back to a level 2v2, and Genghsta still has his recon bolt. It will reveal nothing though. There's both these players out towards U-Haul for T1. Fault line in, shot up, and Genghsta stunned. But AZK has the corner. He should be able to take these two players out. Never mind. Shot up with the burst, I believe. Eliminates AZK, and it's all down to DaZeD here. He's splitting the goalposts, not connecting the shots. And Genghsta will bring Immortals to a pistol round victory. And that's exactly what they needed to bring themselves back into this game. That's the best case scenario of this match. I think that Scott can continue this. It's a bright future for T1, but Brax is going to trade out with jcStani. And actually, jcStani is going to win that duel 2-for-1, plus all of bathrooms under his control. However, he's yin-yang with the players on the site here, Ryan. It's under the control of T1. The spike is going down, and Immortals are now forced to retake. They do have the man advantage, but Spyder's in such a good position. The shock darts will not do any damage to him either. He has a chance for multi-frag. One. Rocket comes out, it's gonna be a second. Spyder not able to get a third, but he's done so much damage. He's put T1 in a position to take this away. And with AZK eliminating jcStani, jmoh doesn't have much legs to stand on here. He does have a couple curveballs and the hot hands, but DaZeD has the angle crossing to you.
The ultimates too. Two neural thefts in play. Hunter's Fury being pretty exceptional from both DaZeD and Genghsta for the most part. But it's Spyder actually with the shove to get the first pick onto jcStani. This ace light's getting hit.
Neptune, though, has a good angle towards bathrooms, locks down with one frag, goes back for more, but he gets too many options to choose from, and he can't pick one meal from the buffet. He will get traded out here, and it's going to be the man advantage for T1, who are trying to bring this game back to their favor. T1 have not trailed so far, but this is the closest they've come to losing that lead. The spike starting to tick away, the shot-ups coming in from bathrooms. Genghsta has the operator up in heaven, trying to send some of these players down to hell. He has not had an opportunity to fight just yet. Shot up has an opportunity close left if he peeks the right angle. Can he make a play here? This all really hinges on shot up. He's gonna have the first face. Messy spray against Brax, but it's jmoh and shot up to chime it back in. All down to DaZeD now, who has the Hunter's Fury, but he's still alive and kicking.
Oh,
there's enough time. The spot is on. The Hunter's Fury's out. Does he get it to half? I believe he does, but it doesn't matter anymore. jmoh, does he have the time? I don't think he does. The explosion or implosion comes through, and T1 will elimination BO3s. And you lose one map, it could end it all. It gives that other team a massive advantage moving in the next two maps. But jmoh now trying to hold things down, doing some damage onto AZK.
30 seconds
already
left.
Eliminated Skadoodle. As another player moving in, shot up though, chimes in with two out towards Hookah, and jmoh will answer with one more. JC's new angles, while jcStani holding an angle Neptune has been prone to. He has a really good angle over the Cypher cage here. He is flashed, and the camera should spot him out. Indeed it does. That's going to ruin it all for jcStani. He's going to have to fall back to triple stack. Spyder will eliminate him and follow up on a Neptune. I think we're going to overtime here because Spyder has just brought things back for T1. Shot up has the showstopper, but it's almost out of a fuse. He'll spot out two. Will hit one, but Spyder has a third. jmoh, however, quick on the trade, and it's a 2v2. Quick to trade it back and bring it back for Immortals here. One kill can change it all. AZK falls. It's all down to DaZeD again in a 1vx. And it's jmoh, the quad kill on the run it back to finish it off. To bring Immortals over that goal line and bring Immortals to...
He's almost done.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of time. Some really nice play on the retake. He would shut up yet again with a showstopper getting some kills.
On Ascent is a very, very critical piece of the puzzle.
A lot of pressure put into mid already. Shop might want to meet them. Has one layer available, but he's just going to wait for the players to pass on by. The breach doesn't necessarily catch him, but luckily Skadoodle was expecting such an aggressive peek out of the Reyna. And it's a bit of a muddled fight happening on site. Genghsta protecting himself, has recon bolt coming online right now, but no shock darts, surrounded by players. One very close on his right hand side that's going to drop down to try and take the fight. Meanwhile, jcStani just can't get those shots in. Genghsta gets peeked by DaZeD, can take one out. Is very close to getting another. Spyder goes down low, but Skadoodle Gonna try and meet him. It's AZK from distance, so that gets the frag, gets
Braxton.
They found my
He will
wire.
try and do what he can to bring that somewhere else. Ace Sight has a bit of information for
30 seconds
T1
left.
as Spyder has wormed his way in on towards the site. I believe he might have gotten spotted. Never mind, he didn't get spotted by the Cypher cam up heaven. And actually, Spyder has a chance for 2. He will capitalize on for 2. Neptune has the cam, but he's been able to do nothing further. Brax will eliminate him, and it's all down to Genghsta on the Odin. Can he be
10
the
seconds
Allfather?
left.
Does he have the Odin force with him?
planted.
I don't think so, Ryan. I think he might just be better served to save this LMG and take it into the next round, as it looks to be a very similar start to what we saw on the previous map. Spyder just got traced. Somehow still alive there. But maybe with the health a little bit lower, a window of opportunity for Genghsta. Still not the best gun for a retake, but with Brax going down, things have opened significantly.
And that was pretty much a one-man show, it felt like. Spyder just opening up the site completely. Genghsta is at least trying to get a frag, or at least make sure that Spyder is seen it. The spray down, it still is a bit more awkward than anything. DaZeD is the last alive, and because he has the money, he can pretty much full dedicate. It's just this is just DaZeD.
I think early on might catch off one more, will not hit the tags. The dash across will spring a hit towards the A side. Neptune still here, rotations flooding in. jmoh with the operator up in heaven, trying to do what he can, but the blades are out for Ska, and he's going to try and find a kill. jcStani, though, will stop the plant. That's a massive frag, with time starting to tick a little lower. jcStani doubles down, as Brax will finally be able to eliminate him in his presence. The Odin rings out
30
again from
seconds
heaven.
left.
Nobody else found just yet. Brax pushes back onto site. He has been darted, and he will have to
planted.
remove it. jcStani pushing forward. Blades are out for jmoh as well, but it's Shot Up it up. In comes the up dash, but Shot Up lands another. Shot Up will get the hat trick here in this round, and it will be a second on the board for Immortals here. Shot Up the catalyst once more for this Immortals retake. But the same could be said for J towards A from Genghsta. jmoh up towards window with the operator, but the smokes are going to allow this cross. jcStani in through under, those. Shot Up is on heaven, a good bit of crossfire potential here. Flashbang comes in, the time is so low, and if the spike goes down,
10
it
seconds
shouldn't be a
left.
plant here at all. Genghsta and Shot Up doing the job. jmoh chimes in as well. Down to Brax. He has the spike, he might just get it down, but no, he's forced off the plant. He's not able to get it done, and he's going to go down after time as well.
On its own completely if somebody pushes towards it, but there is a Cypher cam from Brax set up. So that's not going to be used anymore, as jmoh gets the operator shot towards mid.
It's another good opening from jmoh. This time he's able to escape with his
Get out
life,
of
so
my
this is
way.
not going to be a trade.
Get
The
out of
blade
my
storm
way.
has been popped from Ska, though, and the same could be said for jmoh. So here the jet ults coming out from both sides. This aggression out towards A long, though, could yield opposite of what they need. They're going to get caught out here. The footsteps are coming through, and Spyder could catch them off. jcStani will eliminate Spyder, but DaZeD comes in and flanks on a Neptune. jcStani, though, still locking things down. Eliminates Ska, too, as the whiff comes through. The blades are out for jmoh. He's not able to land the shots of Ska, or DaZeD, rather, pulls out the Ghost, but he will be made a Spectre.
Typically a team that would get this far in a tournament and then lose out to other teams like Cloud9, Gen.g, and the like. So the ceiling of this team could be good, but T1 have also been super strong. Skadoodle getting 2 with the Ghost. Their defenses on all of the maps that they've played in this tournament have always been a better halves for them. So T1 could certainly bring this back with just decisive fashion. Win the pistol, win the round following. Skadoodle gets the third. Good very much even on Scar. The ace is denied though by Genghsta, who actually gets a couple for his trouble.
Immortals, they still have their control towards B. They're actually selling a good double fake here onto the A site. Shot Up has eliminated the only lone presence on B. That's going to be DaZeD to go down. Ska's going to rotate in, but he has a kill with the stinger onto jmoh. Blind fire through the dark cover, but it's still going to be the spike plant on the B side for the side of Immortals. While jcStani is low, the rest of his team has full health, and that should be enough in theory to push Immortals over the line. The Empress has been activated by Shot Up, but he's not going for a hunt with it, which is a little curious. Probably just going to let that ult run out and go for another one, but the retake is on from T1. They don't need to save here. They probably shouldn't, in fact. They have pistols. They can use some of their abilities to try and get some more damage done, maybe get something happen. We've seen some eco rounds go the way of the team on the pistols, so it's not too out of the realm of reality. But time is ticking down a little too low. They look to be set up for a good eco frag or exit frags, but Eco victory is not going to work out for T1. However, Ska's able to get down one more with Stinger, and Brax finds one of the Sheriffs. A little more back, jcStani finally trades, and it's going to be a push in for life. AZK one more, shot up, has to hold it down to save these.
The ops were kept on the side of T1. Spyder's got one in his hands. Brax is actually giving his up for somebody else. Spyder is going to be pushed back from the recon bolt, and Lay's going to come through. They've been very aggressive. Bosses out the paranoia a little bit early, and through the smoke, AZK gets the kill onto jmoh. The site is in control. You would expect that the spike is going to get planted at some point. And T1 having the majority of members bring this now down to a 5 versus 2.
Still winnable for Immortals in theory, but in practice it doesn't seem too likely, especially with AZK eliminating Genghsta. jcStani flashed into oblivion, and AZK will follow up as well them, especially with Immortals having controlled the game for a good considerable amount of it. In comes the Hunter's Fury from Genghsta, though. Ska pops through, and he's going to take down one. Hunter's Fury from Genghsta will answer back, though, and Ska will no longer have anything to do. Shot Up has eliminated AZK, but DaZeD is going to drop the Hunter's Fury in as well. However, he comes up empty on the tags, and that could be the differentiating factor between who wins and who loses this round. Neptune towards the stairwell to 4v3 in favor of him. The Odin's ringing out from both sides, but Brax chimes in with the Vandal. In comes that neural theft too, and that is a massive opportunity for information. 3v3 time is still in the favor of T1. They just need to find the frags, and jcStani has been revealed in market. Cyber Cage goes up, and jcStani has spotted one, however. That's going to yield a kill, and that could be what tips the stage. Neptune with one more onto Braxton, and DaZeD all alone with the Odin will not be able to do it. 13-11, both on bind and ascend. Immortals take out T1. And